Hi, it's Ian from the Postal Hub podcast.
And Marek from Last Mile Experts.
And we are the Last Mile Prophets. This is the last word on the last mile. This video is brought to you by Escher. Escher, delivering e-commerce from the first to last mile. Marek, at Parcel and Post Expo recently, we stopped by the Escher stand. They had a range of technologies on display, but the one that we were really interested in was the self-service parcel drop-off technology.
That's right, Ian. Well, basically, if you compare to what we saw last year, this is a really stripped down basic version. Effectively, you've got a barcode scanner, a printer, a drop-off chute. But I can imagine this is going to be much more appropriate for smaller points, and things like this really are needed.
We're starting with a discussion with Dennis from Austrian Post, who's going to explain some of the reasoning behind setting up this solution. And then also got a discussion with Brody Buhler from Escher Group, looking at the overall strategic reasons that a post might consider this solution. All right, we're here with Dennis from Austrian Post. And Dennis, we're looking at this exciting self-service technology. Now, this is a pilot, as I understand.
It is.
So tell us a bit about what led to the development of this pilot, this self-service pilot.
Well, ever since COVID and since last year, you filmed our first mile, a new generation of the first mile self-service machine. Our partners came forward and asked us to develop a self-service machine for them. So the partner network, post partner network.
So you're talking about the privately owned post offices, or is that how they work?
It's not self-run post offices, it's for the post partners in specific.
Right.
So they asked us to develop a machine that could help them serve the customers and focus more on their
like a higher
main source of income, and do the low transactions or low value transactions over these self-service machines.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about the actual technology here, because last year, as you said, we saw the great big, did everything.
Quite high tech.
This is much simpler.
This is pretty basic. Maybe we cannot open it up. It's a handheld and the printer. That's pretty much about it. Pretty straightforward to use for the customer. You simply activate the handheld.
They'll come in with
a return parcel or pre-labeled parcel that they purchased online.
Yep.
They simply activate the application, scan their barcode, insert the shipment.
So this is going to be, this will be a chute that will go to the back.
That'll be a chute, and it'll only be available within opening hours of the post partner, of course, since, as you can see, it's only some vertical blends here. You push the button to confirm that you've inserted the shipment, and you get your receipt.
So
that's
very
pretty
straightforward.
much about it. Very straightforward, very low invest costs.
So you've basically got a mobile device here that can scan the barcode, a printer, and this is just a drop-off chute.
It actually is only a drop-off chute, no franking, nothing that the old machine or the new self-service machine within our branches can do. It's pretty straightforward.
So the customer's not going to weigh their parcel or anything like that. There's an element of trust as well. So if it's a return...
Of course there is. As you can see, you have to confirm yourselves that you actually inserted the shipment. So it's a lot about trust in our customers. And of course, it's always in an attended surrounding.
As you said, it's only within opening hours. So what's the sort of feedback you've been getting from customers or even from the people at those post-partner outlets? What's the sort of feedback you've been getting?
Well, the customers love it because it's very convenient, it's very straightforward, they're very quick, it's a quick in and out, and especially partners like, for example, supermarkets, they see these kind of machines as some sort of a market advantage to them, because customers can use postal services and then actually go shopping within their supermarket as well.
And it's taking those simple transactions away from the counter, as you were saying before. So when you talk about a partner, they might have a supermarket or a lottery agency or something like that.
Store, whatever.
And they want to focus on their core business instead of zapping barcodes, basically.
On these low commission transactions,
So tell us then, it's being piloted right now in a number of sites across Austria, I imagine.
It's only one site as of now, and we're evaluating whether that could be the solution for our partners, and it looks like it is. So we'll evaluate and see how many outposts there will be.
And just quickly tell us about the full service self-service system that you've got going that we saw last year.
Yeah.
How's that traveling? Is that been...
Well, it's going through the roof.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I can say. Customers love it. It's very, very easy to use. Weighing and scaling, dimensioning, everything done automatically, as you saw last year. And actually, customers love it. We're rolling out this year, next year, and probably 25 as well. We'll raise the numbers of machines that we wanted to roll out by almost 30%. So customers love it.
Now, right now, this is doing self-service for things like e-commerce returns and I suppose items that you might have started online and you finish in store. Is that the kind of thing as well, or is it just returns?
It's returns and things that you started online but also paid for online.
Right.
Yeah, it's nothing that you finish on the shop on site.
There's no financial services. There's
exactly.
No payment processing.
It's a simple drop-off machine. Yeah.
Simple drop-off. Dennis, this is fantastic. Great to see. It seems that every 12 months we're hearing something new from Austrian Post. Let's see, maybe in another 12 months you have a new iteration to share with us.
Let's see about that. We would be lucky to see that.
I'm here with Brody Buhler, CEO of Escher. Brody, we've got this great self-service technology, and last year we saw the full suite of self-service that Austrian Post has going. How does this concept of self-service and automation fit in with postal strategy?
Well, as you know, the emphasis right now for postal organizations in their retail is to improve the customer experience.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of traffic coming in that is low touch, prepaid, something they've started at home and are finishing in the branch, returns, those sorts of transactions. And a solution like this is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Because those people, there's no need for them to queue up. They can use the self-service, and that leaves then the counters for those higher value, higher touch transactions. And this is a really light version. You can implement, which with a handheld and a printer, it allows you to put these in lots of locations and really take care of the queues.
And when you think about what's happening overall in post offices, shifting away from low value transactional stuff to the higher value stuff, the other question also is, how can you do that in a remote location? How can you do that in a township where there's a small population? And part of me says that this is
a great fit for something like that.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain size office to put a full kiosk, the one you saw last year. This you can put in lots of different places because it's so inexpensive to put in place and it's so low maintenance to maintain. And so you can put these into branches that it would be cost prohibitive or business case prohibitive to put a full kiosk.
Yeah, because going back just a few years when people would talk about automating an entire service position at a post office, and the cost and the technology that would go into that just seemed prohibitive compared to employing a skilled person, a skilled counter operator to work there. So this is no longer about replacing somebody, it's about the customer.
Freeing up their time for those higher value transactions and allowing those easy to do, simple transactions. I mean, for a return, for example, all you really need is to scan and get the receipt that you've returned it, right? Stick it through and it's there to go. You don't want those people in the queue, right?
And they don't want to be in the queue.
And they don't want to be in the queue. You want those people to come in, have a really easy experience. It pulls foot traffic in. And so what we were finding for postal organizations is when they put something like this in, the next thing you know, they've got more traffic in the branch doing more transactions, but the easy to do transactions are taken care of here.
And something that you and I have discussed previously is about the transformation of the perception of the post office as well. The old perception going back, decades, decades is bureaucratic, long queues, poor customer service. This seems to be part of this transformation of perception.
So you know we do the Future of Post research every year. When we asked what was the priority for the retail branches, number one by a long way, 60-something% said customer service was their primary focus right now. And this is a great answer for a customer service challenge because it allows for really easy, frictionless transactions that makes customers happy and makes the counter staff happy as well because they're not dealing with a long queue. They're dealing with people that need their help.
Yeah. Well, Marek, this is such an interesting piece of kit. Last year we saw the bells and whistles of Austrian Post's self-service section. It had parcel lockers, it had the assessment machine, like it was the induction machine that could weigh and do everything else, and you chuck it in the chute. Mm-hmm. And we even got, remember last year we got to see behind the scenes where
Indeed.
see where
no, it was big, it was really big.
This is its little brother. It's just this is basically a mobile device with a barcode reader on it, a printer, and you can chuck the parcel.
So do I get to try it out?
Only if you speak German, but
I have to talk to it.
Well, I mean, it says, bitte berühren Sie den Bildschirm zu starten.
Is it?
Marek, a reduced sort of version of what we saw last year. What do you reckon about this concept?
What I like is it's really simple.
Here's the laser scanner.
Small piece of kit. I don't like printers, but I know they need to be there. But
well, the next step really is if you had everybody using the Austrian Post app, and that meant that when it's scanned, you get a message on your app.
Then you don't need the printer.
But this is one of these perennial questions for posts: is what does the app do? And what do e-commerce companies want to do? So if let's say you're returning an Amazon parcel here, are you going to get your notification on your Amazon app straight away? So do you want to have a notification on your Austrian Post app? So this is a deeper question really, isn't it, about what does the app do? Where does the e-commerce retailer start and end? Where does the last mile operator, or first mile in the case of returns, start and end? Nobody really knows the answers to that though.
I think we will see these things disappearing. We understand why it's needed today.
But it's always going to be problematic. I mean, those people with longer memories will remember stamp vending machines. And what was the problem with them? The grit would get inside them. And you've got a story about the parcel lockers. They had the same thing, didn't they, earlier?
So the most difficult peripheral, nice word, peripheral, is the printer.
Yeah.
Because the paper runs out, it gets jammed, you get grit in it. So, but coming back to the device, what I really like is the simplicity. It's rugged in the sense that it's all protected. It's simple. If my German was better, probably I'd be able to understand how to use it. But it's really simple, compact, much more, I would imagine, applicable for a smaller PUDO or post office.
That's the idea. So where you've got a host business, it might be a supermarket, the host business might be a news agency. Here you can do those quick transactions. So people might not be coming in to do a passport application. They might be doing the more complex postal transactions. They're just coming in to return their parcel. So yeah, it's that kind of application.
Yeah, I think great stuff. Let's see what they come up with next year. But I think we've gone from big to small. So I wonder what it'll be next year.
Who knows? Well, Marek, we didn't do, back to you in the studio. We should have done that at the end of that last. We should have thrown to ourselves in the studio, even though the studio is, my living room. But as we've said previously, great to see this technology that's on show and the self-service aspect of it. And it sort of fits into this overall theme of automation, everybody that we've been discussing in these series of videos that we shot at Parcel and Post Expo. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. And remember, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notifications bell so that you get notified every time we publish a new video, a video like this, a video of us discussing something topical in the industry. Subscribing helps us keep this content free. And if you're on LinkedIn as well, follow us on LinkedIn. Never hurts, does it? Marek, thanks for being part of the Last Mile Profits today.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, everyone.